What is up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to change the Air Jordan 5 Red Suede into the Raging Bull 5's. This is the starting base of the shoe. If you guys see the link up here, my last video, I showed you how to fully restore the shoe to the suede. Anyways, this is what you guys can expect once you do the custom on it. Let's go ahead and get started on step number 1. Here's a quick rundown of everything that I used for this custom. Acetone, cotton balls, adhesion promoter, black spray paint, matte finish spray paint, tape, an X-Acto blade, a paintbrush, black paint, white paint, and red paint. Tape up the uppers and make sure you do a good job on the midsole to prevent any of the paint from getting on the suede. Now that the shoes are ready and prepped, the next step is going to be grabbing your acetone and the cotton balls. The key is we're going to want to get on this midsole and remove a lot of this red finish so the paint is going to stick a lot better. Now the key when you're rubbing acetone is you have to be really careful. This stuff does remove paint and you just got to be super careful. So take your time on this process, but you're just going to go ahead and start rubbing down the soles and get some of that finish off. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start hitting the white areas for these teeth, because the teeth are going to be the hardest part and you don't want to screw that up. So you're going to go ahead and lay white over these teeth right about to this point on the midsole. Other important thing is you're going to want to do about 5 to 6 coats so you really make sure that that black is going to be turned into white. Sugar in the refrigerator with the ants. I would make the Kool-Aid, then gon' make a cooler dance. Since I was a shorty nigga, always wore the pants. Also, another tip to help the drying go a little bit quicker is you can always get your own heat gun or air dryer, whatever you have around your house. Now that I've got all my coats down, you'll notice a couple things. If you get some paint smudges on the front toe here or inside the Air Max area, acetone is your best friend and it'll remove a lot of that stuff. So don't stress about it too much. Now that we've got a lot of coats on this side, we can't forget we have to get this little triangle piece white as well. So we'll go ahead and repeat that process. Other thing I recommend is laying down a nice thin coat of white around the entire midsole. That way, it's gonna make laying down the black a lot easier. I'm like simple lemonade. I'ma play my cards right. I ain't talking space. They should be afraid. Money growing on the tree is gonna cause a shade. Please, can you hold on? Please, could you hold on? Ay, cause me and Chance ain't gonna take long. Now that this paint has had time to sit and kind of cure, on these toes right here, I forgot to mention at the start of the video, we need to lay down some hot pink. It's going to allow the red coat to stick a lot better. Right, as you guys can see, I've finally laid down the tape. It's crucial to really take your time on this point because you want to make sure those teeth come out really sharp. So now on the teeth, I'm going to go ahead and lay down a coat of hot pink. That way the red stands out a little bit more. Now that we got the pink base coat down, we can go ahead and paint the horns red. Now comes removing the tape, and let's hope that this came out nicely. Now that the teeth are done, now comes the fun part where we can go ahead and start laying down the black. There we have it, guys. The teeth are looking nice and sharp. They came out nice and bright red. It's gonna have a glossy finish until we go in at the very end and hit it with the matte spray. Next thing is to take off this tape, search for any imperfections, and then do little touch-ups along the edge and really make sure we get this midsole on point. Now that the midsole's painted, we're gonna go ahead and tape off the uppers. That way we can go ahead and hit the midsole with some matte spray paint to give it that factory finish. I went ahead and did the eyelets and of course kind of did the bottom of the sole so we don't get anything on that clear finish. What's super important is you're gonna wanna put a good 5 to 6 coats of matte finish on the shoe. It's really gonna bond that paint and give it a good protective layer. Once you've done that, you're gonna wanna hit these eyelets here with some adhesion promoter. It's gonna allow us to paint these plastic pieces black and have it stick a lot better. Now the soles have a huge difference, I'm sure you can tell. Finally on the last steps, the last thing that needs to be done is we're gonna go ahead and apply 3 to 4 coats of this stuff to the eyelets. The adhesion promoters had time to set in. This stuff is super sticky, so make sure you really let it set in before applying this stuff to get a better result. I'm gonna go ahead and get the 3 to 4 coats of paint on this bad boy, and then it's time for the final reveal. Be right back.
Saucing, saucing, I'm saucing on you. I'm swagging, I'm swagging, I'm swagging on you. I'm ballin', I have a song on you. Watch out, oh watch out, oh watch out, yeah. I smash out, I smash out, I smash out, yeah. I'm spending all my fucking pay. I got me some braids and I got me some hoes. Started rocking the sleeve, I can't buy with no jaws. You know how I do it, can close on my toe.
Well guys, there it is. That is the finished custom on my take for the Raging Bull 5's. Of course, it's not an identical match. It's pretty damn close though, and honestly, I think the wife is gonna love these shoes. Before, they were just really red like you guys kind of saw. So I'm really happy to kind of give these guys some life, add in some black hints and some whites. And of course, my favorite part of this custom was these teeth. It really just adds a lot of fire to that midsole. It really kind of gives it that flair that the Raging Bull 5's have. If you guys happen to stumble upon this video and you learned something from it, please feel free to smash that like button. And if you'd like to, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Until the next one, guys, peace.
I'm swagging, I'm swagging, I'm swagging, oh. I'm ballin',